Okay. Well, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. If y'all thought we were done
Hello.
the other night, we're not. We're not. We always have something new to talk about, something new to tackle. And would you like to let the people know what we're tackling tonight?
Tonight we are tackling Indigenous lives. It's Indigenous Awareness Day, I believe. Wasn't it proclaimed by the president today?
Um, missing. Wait a minute. Missing and murdered indigenous women. I believe.
Okay.
I
So
believe
M I
that's how
M
he
M I
phrased it.
W.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
We'll,
So
possibly we'll have some people come in and out because we have reached out to some indigenous people, and because of things that are going on near to them, they are out in the streets, boots on the ground, doing some things. I will be getting some updates, and I will be updating you all. Um, and some people are like, we can pop in and out on my end. So just to let you know, we are not trying to
uh,
take over indigenous people whatsoever. We are just trying to make you aware of what's going on. That's all. Do not think we're speaking over anyone.
because at the end of the day, they do not speak over us.
Fact.
So before we actually really get started, unless there's any any updates, please interrupt me if there's any updates you get, Tass.
Yeah, I got you.
I wanted to share you guys a little story with that I lived when I was between 15 and 16. I was in a residential care facility, and it was for juvenile delinquents and troubled teens. You know, grow up in the fire foster system. And I met another teen in there, and I thought he was Mexican. I thought this dude was Latino or Hispanic. Well, he turned out to be, we just gonna talk about the fact that we got to do percentages, and if you ain't a certain percentage, they want to cut the indigenous out of you. Let's talk about that, but we'll
Fact.
get to that. Um, he was one day unconsolable, and me personally being an empathic person, I came over and I wanted to, help console him, and I couldn't. He said, like, I'm the only one of my kind here. And the way he said it was with so much pain and anguish. It was gut wrenching. I couldn't
It does break your
handle
heart.
it. And I'm a black male. I'm a black person, and I'm in a country where, yes, my people were enslaved. Yes, my people were hanged. My people have been lynched, uh,
We were
unfairly
imported here.
treated. It wasn't even the freaking way to say it.
We were
There's no way you can
imported
piece.
here, but they were already here,
Right.
and they were made to feel as if they were not already here.
Exactly. Like, and so, like, we as a people, and black people as a people, to the white people, yes, we were a minority. To the indigenous people, because of what the white people have done, we are a majority.
Facts.
And like, you cannot sit there and say, well, I stand for indigenous lives. Do you actually stand for indigenous lives, or
Wait a
have
minute.
you, like myself, been a failed partner? Because think about it. When we shout Black Lives Matter, do they shout Indigenous Lives Matter, or do they shout Black Lives Matter? They shout Black Lives Matter because they're not
Exactly.
trying to trauma contest with us. When we are going through it with a politician, are they on our side or are they on their side?
Oh, they're gonna be on their side. We've learned that recently
Oh,
because we've been trying to get legislation passed for them to just see us as human, but What legislation has been recently passed?
Well, here's my thing. Also, like I guess I go back and forth in my head because Candace Owens is one of our trouble people of our community, right? She's a troublemaker. Just be honest with it. She likes to spew trouble and spew hate. She likes to feed into
She likes to
the
go
what
wherever the check is.
exactly, and that's problematic. Then we have Caitlyn Jenner. I'm a member of the LGBTQIA.
So am I.
She's running for a certain current seat. It's
I don't
not
even know
because
if
she
she's
is.
allowed to run.
I want to say this really quick.
My thing
I
is,
do not care that she is a trans woman. I don't care.
but is she
I
still
just don't
allowed
like
to run?
her. I,
No,
I'm.
I'm asking
That's where
because I saw a couple of
Taz. I
articles
don't know
today.
enough about the situation and enough about Caitlyn Jenner that's positive or either or to
Well,
say yes or no.
the articles were kind of iffy. I don't know if she's still allowed to run because her biggest stance when running for governor of California was that trans children shouldn't be able to participate in sports. But then we found out that she's playing golf with female tees, female golf clubs, and running and participating in women's golf tournaments.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. So the Trump administration may not have made this very clear, but there was a lot of things circulating about him, but he was still allowed to run for president
Oh, facts.
that were not something that a president could run for. But like I said, I don't have enough information to comment yes or no.
Oh, I feel
To
the
be
same
honest with you,
way.
that sounds very hypocritical,
No, because
but
when you and I both know, we both research things. If we cannot
mhm.
find definitive proof, we don't speak on it. And I'm just letting the people know what I researched today. It's very unclear because I did see one article where it said that Caitlyn Jenner was being dropped by her campaign team, but I saw nothing else to follow up from it. I saw no
Mhm.
other proof, no other anything, nothing. But
I
I
do.
did see a lot of information saying that while she's saying transgender children, transgender children, teens
Taz,
shouldn't be able to compete,
Taz,
I
I do
was
want to
able
get
to
back to the
confirm
indigenous.
that she's doing the opposite of what she's claiming. So I will speak on that. I will definitively speak on that.
Mhm.
But everything else, I'm just saying, I'm leaving alone. What I could confirm, I will speak on.
And that's what you should speak on. But back to my indigenous story, I do also know that, you know, we always say that, say, if Candace Owens was gunned down by police, her life matters. We say that about Caitlyn Jenner, but you know what's kind of funny about that? We have friends that are indigenous. We love them. We like them. We want more of them to be around for tomorrow, especially the women. And I can't tell you, like I would tell you guys, and I don't care that this is said on live. As a child, I was sexually assaulted. I have very bad PTSD situations, and I've had times where I wanted to die because I couldn't live with the pain I was given. These women are either living with the pain or they're never fucking seen again. And
Okay.
black women, wasn't there a time in history? And I believe T. Nathan said this on his live with you earlier, or with y'all dual lives, that there was a time in history where there was over 6,000 black women missing.
He did.
And I researched that as he was talking. I found my facts. But you want to know what you cannot find? because people don't care enough to look sometimes, is the indigenous people of any land suffering right in front of your face. In America, we lived under this guise of freedom, and I call it a guise because it's not real.
Well, it's very
To
true.
me, it's not real. Sorry, I'm not trying to. I get emotional when I'm
No,
talking
say
about this.
I don't ever say you sorry. Don't ever say you sorry on this platform. That's not what we
Okay,
do. We speak our truths here. And
okay.
if I haven't made it clear before, let me make it clear now. We speak
Hmm.
our truths here. Don't
Well,
ever say you sorry here.
for me, it's bullshit. The guise of freedom is bullshit. If you go through the philosophers, they would warn you about democracy. And I'm not trying to say it's not a great effort, but you know how it's going, how it's supposed to go, to how it's going now. Do you understand that how it was supposed to go was not even meant for you or me? And
And
it
what
was
most
meant to
people don't
wipe out
realize,
the indigenous people.
and what most people don't realize is what a lot of people hold on to is the Pilgrim statute. That isn't what even is sustaining in this country to this day. The Pilgrims still wanted people that look like you and me to be enslaved. The vast majority of religions in this country stem from Puritanism.
But
And the
didn't we
actual
all learn?
religion,
Didn't we all learn that in school that the Puritans were what they were trying to get away from when they came
no,
over here in the first
the
place?
Puritans and the Pilgrims were both trying to get away from it because they were both persecuted by King Henry. The Puritans more so than the Pilgrims. But
Hmm.
if we really want to be real, if we really want to be real, we as black and brown people, if we would stop trying to emulate, and this is why I tell everybody to read the Miseducation of the Negro so that
Hmm.
they can realize how they've been miseducated and start to educate themselves. Because the more miseducated you are, the further you get away from things. If you wanted to be beholden to Christianity, you would have followed the Quakers. That's who actually had the back of black and brown people. And we turned our backs on them. That's who was trying to get us out of slavery. If you really want to be historical about it, if you want to be truthful about it.
But we
And for
call, but
those, well, hold on. And for those that keep saying, and I'm not giving an excuse to anybody within the United States, but for people who keep saying that black people were only introduced to Christianity within the United States, within slavery, you're negating Cyprian because he changed how people looked at Christian doctrine, and he was a black man in Egypt. Therefore, Christianity was already in Africa. So I'm not saying what we learned in the United States was against us. I'm not negating that. But please stop and learn your history so you know what's for you and what's against you. Because you can still be a Christian and still follow certain doctrine. You can be non-Christian. You can be non every traditional religion in the land, but know why you're against that, against all of that. That's all I'm saying.
well, for me personally,
Yeah, and I know you've done your research. So you stand where you stand because you've done your research and you know where you're comfortable at and you know where you need to be.
well, they don't know me. That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's
They
why I
don't know
said
me.
what I said. That's why I said what I
Hmm.
said about you.
Okay. Um, I personally feel that you know black people want to talk about how our 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 tribes had our they want to call them witch doctors. Like you've seen Disney. Mm, I gotta read that. I just wrote it down.
Oh, somebody
Um,
else asked, so I didn't want to interrupt you
oh, okay.
talking. I was putting it up.
We want to talk about how Dr. Facilier we've all seen the Disney movie.
Facts
How
on
he
facts.
is a attribution of how, like, just to mock African American history, and I feel that to be true. Now, am I a practicer of the practice? No, I'm not. I am not a practicer of that specific practice. But we have to also remember that there are practices that are they're not exactly like. There are small similarities, but they are not the same. I really want to say that, and I don't mean to insult any indigenous person who watches this. If you would like to correct me, please do so. Okay? There are people of those tribes that have been genocided, eradicated. They wanted to wipe them out, and they're still trying to. That are people who practice things that, like how I practice, just like the people in Africa, Haiti, all that, who practice things that are akin to my practice. And just me personally, when you see so many similarities to yourself and you don't say anything, how can you be called an ally, an accomplice, a partner in any aspect? That's why
Well, I
I
completely,
say
I'm with you. Just
I
like,
have failed as a partner to the indigenous because I haven't spoken that much.
well, my thing is, I have a dear friend, someone
Mhm.
that is very, very near and dear to my heart, and she and I had a conversation because many years ago, someone that was to me what this woman is to my mother gave me um she gave me a dream catcher. I never displayed this dream catcher where anybody that was just willy-nilly coming to my house could see. And I asked this woman if it was okay because it meant so much to me. It was so private. I wanted to keep it private. And she said, that's fine. If you want to keep it in a room that is private to you, it's fine. But because of it was authentic, over the years, it literally disintegrated.
Mhm.
And my friend was like, oh, I can recreate. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Every part of it has disintegrated. And with us having subsequent conversations, to see people go on Amazon and buy Dreamcatcher earrings or something that they can just put on their wall, when someone gives you certain items, it's so personal and it's so precious. I know it's not just me because I've had conversations with other people. You don't want to share it with everybody else. You generally put it in a place in your home where you or people that are super close to you can see it. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Where it's like, okay, if you got a dream catcher chilling on your front door, I know you got that from Amazon. I know that wasn't made special for you because I know the process because they talk to you. They, and I can't even say just talk to you. There's so many things that happens when an actual indigenous person decides to bring you into their closed practice. And as a Caribbean person, as an island person, I know that there are so many things that we go through to bring you in, and we're not even bringing you into our closed practices. We're sharing a smidget with you. And it's like if you decide to act like us giving you something where we haven't even explained to you what all it took, and you're trying to act like you have an insight. This is what me and a friend of mine, Jesse Lee, call modern day hippies, where they act like
Hmm.
they are the end all be all, they know everything, they can say everything about everything, and no, you cannot. Because what a lot of people take as a joke, a trend, a fad, a costume, is actually causing people their lives. There's real life ramifications. There are indigenous women that are going missing or being murdered every day. But there are these hippies, these white women, and even, I hate to say it, black women who are making costumes out of the skins of indigenous women.
But it's because they are made in social performative media and all that other stuff, and only in my feelings, which is a perpetuation of the continued genocide that they went through to begin with at the start of this country, and since whatever, they are made to seem like symbols. And what I mean by symbols, they are a, what's that word? A kink.
Yeah, well, we got a great comment from DMAC that said they take cultural artifacts for trivial things. And I think y'all are saying the same thing.
Well, I mean, like, look how many times in the in everything that Yosemite National Park is that meant to honor the indigenous, or did you just use that as a tourist site, a
It's
tourist
just
site?
a tourist site. Well, it's just like right around me, Red Gorge,
Have you ever
Mammoth
noticed that
Cave.
most? Have you ever noticed that most national parks are named somehow out of somehow an indigenous way of life, or an
That
indigenous person, or
all of that
indigenous
right there.
whatever? Have you ever noticed that there are even some cities that get their name from the indigenous people to that land?
All that.
People always want to say, well, this is America. If you don't like it, go home. Man, I wish an indigenous tribe would just come over and be like, I'm going to need y'all to leave because you
All of
talking
that
too
right there.
much. Because your city is named after my people. You talking about Iowa pride, Idaho pride, all that other stuff. Guess who's that's named after? My people. Ain't no white on it except for you coming up with something that had to do with the naming because we couldn't. There's nothing on it that says white people. Our
Facts.
blood is everywhere on this. And you helped build it on the backs of black people. Not to mention my people. You use my people as fuck toys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Fuck toys. You use black people as fuck toys. You have used everybody in
Well,
you could
explain to
possibly get your
people your
greedy hands
history.
on.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but explain to people your history so that they understand who exactly your people are. And I'm giving you center stage.
My people basically, I am half black by their statistic. You know what? Fuck that. Please just scratch that. I am black. I am Hispanic, and I am indigenous. I do not know which tribe. I would like to learn. I was born overseas. I come from a veteran family. Um, I'm a member of the LGBTQIA. Um, I know I walk around every day as a triple minority, and I know I walk around every day as a person that if what was gone tomorrow, not a lot of many people would care, and that is exactly what's happened to the LGBTQ, I can't speak, the LGBTQIA, the indigenous, the our black brothers and sisters, and a lot of our Hispanic brothers and sisters. And for me, That pisses me off. And I don't want to see it no more.
Likewise.
That's why I am the type of person that I want people to understand the more that we contribute to hypocrisy and we help keep it alive. If you put food in its belly, it's going to stay here. It's already a big monster. When are we going to stop feeding it, people? The colonizer came and fucked everything up and still claim they own everything. Well, you know what, Dames? DMAC, that is true. That is true. There's not even you can't even argue that. That's true. But we, however, we can take our power back. And that is where they don't want us to do.
No, they don't.
They don't want us to do it. And you know you can.
And the
If
thing
we
about it
look
is,
back, I'm just going to finish this before you start. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
If we think about it, if we put all the POCs in one group, whether we like each other or not, because that's not the point. If we put all the POCs under one group and we put all of them under one group, honey, we the majority. And they do not want us to realize it. And they do not want us to organize together. They do not want us to stop feeding hypocrisy. They do not want us to join hand in hand. They do not want us to honor the people that they have helped made us. I broke my pen. Made us help them slay. They don't want us to do it. And I'm tired of it. I broke my pen.
You said it. Woo! And the thing about it is that a lot of people don't realize, because first of all, my Black people, and I talked to Deshaun about this offline. And let me bring you this nugget of information, because I'm tired of my Black people going, oh, we were just brought Christianity here in the United States. No, we are not. Because you're taking away from our Black brother, Cyprian, who is the only person during the dawn of Christ, whose works still survive until this day. So Christianity was brought to Black people in Africa before we got here. It was tainted when we got here. A lot of things were tainted. And that's why I tell people all the time, the book that I'm currently teaching on is The Miseducation of the Negro. And starting next Wednesday, a week from today, the link is in my bio. If you follow me on TikTok or on Instagram, if you want it on here, let me know in the comment sections. I can tell you. It's a static link. You can always click onto it. But we will be discussing the origins of the Black church and what the Black church has done and what the Black church hasn't done. And there are a lot of conversations that we need to have. And there's a lot of history that we need to uncover. And we need to, it's like, when it comes to Black history, it's an
I do want to
onion.
say something. I do want to
We
say
have to
something
peel
on that.
back the layers. Go ahead, Deshaun.
I do want to say something on that. People for who don't know who I am. I'm a practicing witch. Do you
Yes.
understand? I had to go to witchcraft to learn that there was more books in the Bible than Christianity. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that? I had to get into the occult to learn more about Christianity. That's fucked up. But guess what? To them, I'm against God. I'm against no God because I have actual patron gods I pray to.
And
Ain't that
Deshaun
some
and
fucked
I
up
have
shit?
had this conversation. And even today, he can tell you, Deshaun, confirm this. Did I not say to you that there was one man that was commissioned to go into a cave with all of the books of the actual Bible and determine what was going into the Christian Bible? And the rest of the books went into what's now called the Devil's Bible or the demonic Bible. It's not demonic. It's just the books that were determined not to go into the Christian
I
Bible.
want to make this very clear. When people want to talk about demonic or whatever, they don't understand what the term demonic means. And I'm only going to touch on this one time so we can get back to what our subject was. When you guys talk about demons, you guys need to understand that when the Bible says that when the earth was first created, there was an evil here, but they fought it back, right?
Yep.
And then the demons we talk about today and age, do you realize the Bible says, and I'm going by the Bible we read, all says that those all used to be angels that used to protect us and serve us until yada 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 yada. Like, I mean, wake up and smell the hypocrisy stank mouth when you fucking hear it. Come on now. If my breath stank and I'm in your face, do you want me to be in your face anymore?
Well,
I
not
mean, I'm
only
gonna need you to
that,
do the same. I
we as
mean, come
black
on
people
now.
are always told to forgive the white man, but in the good book, God Himself says we must repent what we have done, repeat what we have done, and rescind what we have done, meaning we will not do it again. So there is a period of time between us repenting and us receiving forgiveness. So when people tell you, oh, forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. No, it is 100% for them because they're never going to be held accountable for what they did.
And Cass, I would also like to point out this. Because of the book being fucked up. And I'm only saying that this is because of the book being fucked up. Because of what happened in that cave. It is a notion that Christianities are people who are Christian are forgiven for their sins as long, forever who believes in him shall not perish in eternal fire. Now, please understand, hey, I'm going off the edited version because we know it's edited. Please stop. Because I know you like, please don't say bullshit. Please don't say bullshit. Please
No,
don't
it's
say
not
bullshit.
that. It's just even the edited version that people know is not the
Mhm.
true version because they're going off a translation off of a translation off of a translation. Um which
And
gets
that's
to
my
me.
point.
And the thing about it is Roman Catholics, Baptists, well, Roman Catholics, Protestants, and if you're in the United States, if you're Baptist, Pentecostal, Methodist, whatever, you're Protestant, boo boo. Sorry to break it to you, you're Protestant. And Judaism, all within the Old Testament, agree to the same thing. The only difference is in the Protestant Bible, within the first 10 books that people believe that Moses wrote, the books are broken down. And that's the difference between the Jewish Bible and, the Christian
If all
Bible.
if the Bible
Additionally,
was a
the
complete
Roman
rendition,
Catholic Bible adds books that they know are not uh, according to doctrine true and according to history true. So,
if the Bible was a complete rendition of itself, I'm just being honest, with a complete rendition of itself, you wouldn't be able to pick that bitch up.
no, you wouldn't. And also words would be true and words wouldn't be able to be changed between the original text in 1942. Ooh.
I don't know who needed to hear that. Say it again, sis.
If the Bible was true, the original translation would not have been a different translation in 1942.
I don't think they heard you. Let's pull a Destiny Shower quick. I don't think they heard you. Say it again, one more time.
Say my name, say my name. The Bible wouldn't have changed in 1942 if everything was the same.
I think they heard you that time.
Oh, maybe I should do Take Me to the King. You shouldn't have more to say. The word should have focused from 200 to 1942. Ooh.
Yeah, I just would also like to say that people don't understand, like, when you go through so much hate, so much evil, there's always a source. And I'm not saying that the Bible is a source. I'm just saying it's a
No, but people have
participant.
used the Bible as a source because
That's why I'm saying it's a participant.
you have to look at a lot of the you have to look at a lot of the saints that are so coveted by the Catholic Church and a lot of people that have been accredited with, contributing to Christian doctrine before there was Christ. And
But
Christ is
but
Jesus Christ,
here's the
not
deal.
God, not Yeshua. Jesus Christ. Like, let's be real. If we really go through it, how are you changing Christian doctrine before there's Christian doctrine? How are you changing Christ before there's Christ?
Let's be honest with it.
Because hold on, wait a minute.
Can I throw something else in there? How
Go
many
ahead,
of
because
our
I'm about to toss some
traditions?
names out to some folks,
How
and
many
they
of
about
our
to get real mad at me.
How many of our tradition? How many of our tradition is currently based off a pagan reality?
All of them.
And they
Because
say
let's look at
some,
Thomas
and
Aquinas.
it pisses me off. Y'all say some of them. It's all.
No, it's all of them, because when Christian doctrine was really being shaped, it was being shaped by people who believed in and came from the school of Aristotle, who didn't believe that there was a soul, that there was an afterlife, that everything that the Bible says, they believe contradictory, but these people were granted sainthood, and these people were allowed to be considered the great thinkers of the Christian world, but they thought contradictory to what the Bible at that time and even at that time said. So make it make sense, because we're talking about Cyprian, we're talking about Saint Augustus, we're talking about Thomas Aquinas. What the fuck?
And if y'all
Make it make
remember,
sense.
if y'all were see, for me personally, I believe that religion is solely only about far out faith base. If you guys remember when they brought up the Illuminati, that was DMAC 34 wants to know if he can join us.
Do you have a way to send him the link?
I don't know him. Hey, I
Okay.
don't know you, bro, and I'm so sorry.
Where's he
But
sending it from?
he's in the comments.
I don't see him. I only see DMAC.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, DMAC. Oh, hold on, DMAC.
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about. My bad. I thought you were talking about somebody else. Hold on. Oh crap. Hold on. I'm getting sent. Oh, y'all about to get me in trouble. I'm ignoring other stuff for this. Hold on. Oh.
Do you know how many? Taz, we both know you don't care about getting in trouble.
Oh, we know, but I have to say that. So don't be blowing my cover. Shit.
What cover? See, your cover was as visible as the guys that they put on for freedom for us.
Okay, I know my cover is about as visible as Jesus's cover, but okay, DMAC, check TikTok. Check your DMs. He ain't never usually off work. That's why I didn't send it to him from the beginning. So my bad.
Oh,
My bad.
who
No
is
disrespect.
DMAC? I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's my cuz.
Oh,
That's
that's
my
cuz.
boo.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's very enlightened. He's
All
like
right.
you. Y'all be the ones that like get me up on things because
Mm,
I will be so like clueless to stuff because if it's not like about somebody like actually being done wrong or something like that,
mhm.
and y'all something will come across y'all and y'all are like, oh, let me tell you about it. Hey cousin, how
Cousin,
you doing?
what's
Okay, so
Hello.
D Mac, this is Deshaun, this is D Mac. How
hello?
y'all?
Hello, nice to meet you.
I mean, you see how she treat me, right? She's like, "Who it is? Who you talking about?" I'm
Hey,
I
well,
didn't
me and
see
her,
the comments.
all in
D-Mac,
the
you
section.
gotta click into it, girl. You on a whole different screen than I am because it's different on the computer versus
Did you?
being.
No, no. He trying to throw shade. First and
Honey,
foremost, I always got your back, cuz.
I get
But damn, I didn't see the
on.
comments, and I immediately corrected myself and apologized.
I love to watch.
Anyways,
It's so
hey,
much.
D-Mac, to be honest with you, when I first met Taz, we didn't know if we was gonna get along. I'm being honest with it.
Oh,
Tell
I knew we was gonna get along.
I didn't know.
I did
I
because
don't.
we
I
both
don't assume
extra. I knew
shit.
we was gonna get
I don't
along.
assume shit. I don't assume shit.
We
Not
both
shit.
extra. I knew you was gonna get along with my extra ass. Shit, you were gonna be my friend regardless. You just didn't know.
yeah. She kind of.
Well, now we trying to figure out if we related.
We might
You ain't. She pulled me into. She pulled me in. She was like, just
D Mac, he might be a part of the fam. I'm serious. He might be. Whoo, we got a lot of
y'all
similarities, D Mac. He
gotta,
he
you
he
still
might
gotta
be
tell
part of the fam.
you still gotta tell me how to do the stream for us to do our viewing party because you still didn't come up with me for that. I'm just pointing that out. Just saying.
Oh, so you throwing shade on the live? Yeah, we must be family.
Fuck 23 and me. He just done confirmed we family. Cause he came on here immediately. Shade. What the hell? What the
Yeah, we
hell,
must be
cuz?
family,
What
cause
the hell?
like,
That's some
cause
shit
like,
you say for our
that's
private
that's some shit I would.
conversations.
That's some shit I would do, and I'm just like, oh yeah,
That's
that's a
some shit
family
you
member
say
right
when it's
there.
just me and you. You really
You and those guys.
y'all, when I tell y'all
You know I'm the
conversations
step.
with Taz be like real live and
You know I'm the step cousin who they don't let out too often, and when they do, things just happen.
I'm the cousin you don't hear about very often because I'm always minding my own damn business.
See,
I
they
be minding my own damn business too, but these motherfuckers still want to
they
come on my goddamn platform and just put me on. You know what? I'm glad I'm sexy because shit, y'all would just fuck my shit all up.
I'm just saying, they keep me in the basement, so at least you get to walk around.
Yeah, that's why your volume is low.
I had my volume low because my mom is upstairs and she's been, because I'm not putting this all out there. She had surgery. We're just keeping an eye out.
Well, that's
Oh,
actually
you just
great.
tell me everything on live. Well, shit. When you go upstairs, give
Well,
a hug for me. Jesus,
who,
Marriott.
who know me up
Jesus,
here but y'all?
Marriott. What the heck? You, Deshaun, you see how he do me?
Girl, bye. You ain't offended,
I mean, I'm not, but okay.
so don't act like it.
Anyways, like where are our possible guests coming by?
I don't know because all of our indigenous guests are actually out, their boots on the ground right now.
Mm,
What? I
Um,
hope is that a cigarette?
me?
No, not you. Shh.
is this a cigarette?
I ain't got my glasses. Oh yeah, it
It's a
is.
cigarette.
I thought it was something else.
Yeah,
I was about to get excited. Never mind.
Would
section.
I be smoking that on live? Hell yeah. Would I
I mean,
be
I
a little
would be
bit?
too.
Would
That's
I
why
be?
I was
Would
about
I
to
be?
get excited.
Would I be quiet at all? No, no,
I thought I was
no.
about to run upstairs and
Mm-mm.
I'm
go get a
I'm
little
not one
something
of them.
something.
I'm not one of them smokers. I'm loud as hell. And if you think I got any kind of a filter now, I promise you, I don't have one
That's why I
when I
said I was
got me
about to
some
run
weed. I don't
upstairs
have one
and
at
go get
all.
mine. Shit. That's why I wanted to make sure. Shit.
Yeah. So as I was saying in the comment section, I was saying, for the
You gotta
most.
turn your volume up a little bit, cuz.
Sorry, here you go. So as I was saying in the comment section, I was just
He
like,
ain't changed his volume not one bit, but okay.
"Can you hear me now, ma'am?
A little bit.
Is that better?
You know.
Do you want me to talk like this? Going to be a Karen?"
Well, I mean, she might be a little bit deaf, but I don't know how deaf she is.
But
Y'all, I'm about to auction myself off to a whole new damn family. Who want to take me in the comment section? Cause
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Didn't you say to me you can't get rid of me, bitch? Didn't you say that? That goes vice versa. I didn't always call you a
first of
cousin.
all, did I say I was getting rid of you? I said I was auctioning myself off. I'm trying to get adopted. That's the loophole. You can't get rid of me. I can get adopted and still be in your life. See how that
I'm
goes?
not signing no papers. I'm not signing no papers. That's my loophole. How about that?
Oh, you pulling the usher.
wait, wait, hold on. Let me just put my thing.
Oh, okay. D Mac, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
So no, as I was saying in the comments section, I was just like, you see how when we were talking about the colonizers, and that's exactly what they're going to be called for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not calling you anything else. Prove yourself to be not a colonizer, but these people don't care. But I was they literally separate, because if you look like before 16, I want to say 16, 17, right around that time frame.
1612, honey, because they started bringing us over and importing us at 1612.
Yeah.
Well, I think are you saying about 16, 17, there was when was the first rendition of race anyway?
Because
Is that what you're talking about?
1612. I said what I said. I
no,
researched it.
right, 16.
Keep it pushing. Keep going, D Mac.
So I'm talking about when they were still quote unquote doing the indentured servitude. I couldn't say the word, Jesus. That's shade. They were still doing it servitude. They were like, yo, getting a little bit pricey. I don't know if I want to be setting these people free after 7 years. It's not doing a good look for me. And then they venture off into that lovely little thing called slavery. It's just glorious, the good old South. And then you still had the ones that were free after that mess, who managed to get away or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I was doing now, finally I had a black professor who actually sat down and talked to me, who didn't patronize the material. I was like, thank God, because I was getting tired of these white folks. I'm like, sir, what do you even know what you're talking about? Do you have a clue? I mean, because I'm really questioning your upbringing right now.
But it was only there were 12 black people that were brought over from West Africa in 1612. They were the only indentured servants that were black that were brought over. And that's why people try to throw Anthony Johnson in our face. And even in his history, they try to say, oh, a year afterwards, he was freed. No, he wasn't. He had a servant. And indentured servants that were brought over into what was considered the new world, they had to pay back their room, board, and the cost of them coming over to the new world. It would take them at least 7 years, to pay that off. Now, indentured servants had a different platitude than emancipated slaves. Indentured servants were given a plot of land. Now, depending on your skin tone, that depended upon the amount of land that you were given. And they try to go, well, he was given land. Yeah, but the amount of land that he was given, that really wasn't much to do much on. And he realized.
Can I say something real quick without trying to be disrespectful?
Go ahead.
Do you realize that where did the term 40 acres and a meal come from?
Let's not talk about it.
Well, that
no, let's talk about it. Let's get into it, because I'll put it out there.
That came during the Reconstruction era.
Don't do it. Don't do it to him today. Don't bring him into this. No,
that came during the Reconstruction era, when Abraham Lincoln was trying to fortify his legacy. It was a myth. It was a talking point. It was
Mhm.
a political uh talking point.
Well,
Let's
let me
be
make
real.
this
Let's
very
get
clear.
into it.
Let me make this very clear. As a spiritual person and as a practicing witch, I do not want 40 acres and a mule. And here's
We
why.
deserve
You can
more.
give me cash money. You can give me cash money. But I don't want 40 acres and a mule. I want cash money. Here's why. Do you know how many indigenous unfucking marked burial grounds there are in this land alone?
There's
Didn't
too.
we just talk about that earlier?
Yeah, we did. I just wanted to bring it
And
up
then
in the
we talk
live.
about
Do you
how we
understand how
both,
many?
then we just talk about how we both check before we move anywhere to make sure we're not going to live on top of the bodies of those that came before us.
And I just want to make this very clear. It's not just indigenous. If it's where slaves could
That's
be
why I
buried,
said bodies
I
that
will
came before
I
us.
will literally go to the property and touch the ground with my bare hand to make sure I don't hear no spirit.
When
If I
people
hear a spirit, I'm
criticize
walking
me,
away.
when people criticize me for where I live, I'm comfortable where I live because I know in the Commonwealth, and I'm not going to say the state that I live in because it's a myth that there are 50 states. There are not 50 states. There are 47 states and 3 Commonwealths. A Commonwealth is not a state and does not go upon the same rules as every state. Let's get into it. Um, I made sure
47
we're
states and then there are like 2 territories.
Yes,
oh we're not even because the territories aren't even
ain't even.
into when they say the 50 states. So we gonna get to that in a minute.
I
But I
got you.
always make sure of who or what I'm living above. And I don't want to live above anybody else. And by that, I
Mhm.
mean I do not want to live above the bodies of our indigenous brethren. I do not want to live above our ancestors. I do not want to live above anybody. You understand me?
Mhm.
Oh, we gotta talk to her.
I may be my ancestors and I may be what my ancestors dreamed of because I'm tired of people. And hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute, gentlemen, please. Because let me say this to the viewers. Let me say this and let me be clear. I'm tired of people saying, I'm not my ancestors. Yes, the fuck I am. Because y'all need to
Yeah.
stop saying that our ancestors were weak and they just let shit happen. No, I am what my ancestor dreamed of. I took upon my shoulders what they already started, that fight that they already started, and I'm continuing it. We need to stop that. I'm not my ancestors. Do you not know that you are the ancestors of Nancy and Gabriel Prosser? That you are the ancestors of Nat Turner? Do you not know how many revolts happened in the name of you? I am the ancestor of Sojourner Truth. I am the ancestor of Harriet Tubman. I am the ancestor of Claudette Colbert. Don't play with me.
My thing is with the ancestor thing. First of all, without ancestry, you wouldn't be here.
Because you don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. And if you haven't found
Exactly.
out where you've been, bitch, don't come my way.
And when you say I'm not my ancestors, and I'm not gonna lie, I've said it, but I was ignorant to say it. And it wasn't until I realized, first of all, our ancestors had sharpened sticks and arrows. They had guns. They had cannons.
Our ancestors were also the first documented and undocumented doctors within the world, not within a certain
So
continent, within the world.
so like in the measure of that, I feel like our ancestors made a judgment call. Fight this to the death and wipe out our own race, or do it until we feel like we can survive through our people. And how, what kind of people get enslaved and hide rice into their hair
Well,
that are only war centered and uneducated?
And,
What kind of people don't do
and
that?
you
Do that.
also have to realize that
Just so
a
you
lot
know,
of people try
D-Mac
to
did have
take
something to say.
away from African spirituality.
Mhm.
And yes, I know Africa is a continent. And that's why I'm saying Africa's spirituality, because there's so many different deities that came out of the continent of Africa that influenced Greek, Roman, like so many other mythologies. But that's a conversation we can save for another day. But through that, we had the basis of medicine.
For
And
years.
if you think I'm bullshitting, if you anybody who knows me knows that I cross-reference everything. And I picked up this book. And it happened. I was going to say this handy dandy book, but then I had to realize it's called the Handy History Answer Book. And the thing that I already knew, y'all know me. You know, I've already cross-referenced it. And y'all know I'm the one weird person that will go through a book and hold on. Let me find. I will go through a book that's supposed to be a reference book and add references to the fucking book.
Sometimes they need a backup.
We related.
Sometimes they need a backup.
I don't need no more confirmation. We related. Just by the way you think. Like, cause like you have to understand when I was a
D-Mac,
child,
Deshaun and I have been battling for like 2
we're
weeks. Like,
related.
are we
We're
related or not?
There's too much about you that's not
So
that doesn't jump out at me.
do a
It's too
23
big.
and me, and at this
Yeah, we
point,
gotta do it.
because we've discussed it so much publicly, I think we're just gonna have to do the 23 and me. We're just gonna have to do the reveal, like
Baby, we gonna have
live.
to set aside some money for
But
so I can do a 23 and me. You hear me?
Well, we already
You
got
gonna have to
people.
do it too. You gonna have to
First
do
of
it too.
all, we done already got people that's willing to pay for it for the both of us. So let's just do it.
wait. Why should we have to pay for a DNA test?
We agree with you.
I'm just saying. Why?
We okay, D-Mac, we agree with you. But we got questions and we ain't trying to wait, because if we wait for the white man, we'll be 175 years old.
But wait,
I smoke too much. I'm gonna be dead and gone, and you're gonna have to DNA test my dead carcass.
Yeah, I smoke a lot too. So
hey,
go ahead, D-Mac.
both of y'all, be quiet.
Oh Lord.
I said, I don't care if you don't let me out of the closet. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
I knew we shouldn't have let him in here. Deshaun, I told you.
Man, I don't know the man. You did.
Go ahead, cuz I love you.
But you notice how funny it is. Cause here's the kicker with this colonizer situation. And see, they hate it. And I'll be like, go ahead, keep hating. You did it. But you notice it took a couple of kingdoms to take down just a couple of people with sticks. Like they couldn't come one kingdom and take them all out.
Honey, it wasn't even one. It wasn't even a couple of kingdoms. They had to go through like a couple of centuries.
I'm just saying, you had to have France, Spain, England, all of them come down there and try to subdue us.
They couldn't even do that. They had to. Had to get Portugal, New Zealand, England. First of all, wait a minute. Quit making me okay. First of all, people already think that I'm a nerd. I mean, I know I'm a nerd. Okay, I already know I'm an Uber nerd. But you be saying shit.
Hold on.
That makes me bring out my Uber nerd.
Taz, could you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Stop saying that being a nerd is bad.
Oh no!
Because you have to understand.
Oh, I love being a nerd.
No. I'm just saying the context and the way you say it. Some people might say that's a bad context.
I get what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is you have to understand. Your cuz here got a nerd fetish.
No,
you met RJ, right?
You're You know what, Deshaun, you're
I'm
right.
talking about
And
me. I'm talking about me.
no,
Oh,
Deshaun, you're right. You're right. And let me make it clear. I have no problem with being a nerd. Oh, I am an uber nerd. The people on this panel will tell you I have no problem with being an uber nerd.
right.
I am a nerd. I'm a geek because my thing is I'm the sexiest nerd, the sexiest geek you will ever find. And I'm the most knowledgeable nerd and the most knowledgeable geek that you will find. Get into
um,
it.
but
Um,
I do want DMAC to tell, because you like one screen him, so he can
mm,
actually introduce himself and get more of what he wants to say out there. Where we
yeah,
and I'm gonna just shut my mic off.
I'm gonna cut my camera for a second because I gotta go get something to drink. And I
Just
want
one
people to
screen him. Just one screen him, and I'm gonna shut my mic off so I'm not
Yeah, I'm gonna
interrupting
cut
him.
my cam and then I'm gonna one screen you so you can completely and turn some light on, cuz shit.
You
I'm
all sitting in the dark and shit.
upstairs and I'm downstairs. I came downstairs.
So you in the cave? Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, can you turn something on?
There we go.
There you go. Introduce yourself. Say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna go get something to drink. So I'm gonna even walk away so I can't even like censor you.
Oh Lord. You
Oh, wait a minute. Am I okay with? You know what? I don't already agreed to it. Go for it, cuz. Go for it.
All right, so as the title says, I'm DMAC, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't need my real name out there right now. I don't need nobody trying to find me. But for the most part, there, like we were discussing, like I said, they've literally, if white people really don't understand what they have honestly done, there's and you can back me up on this or not, RJ. Let me know. But there's a song called "There's a Man Going Around Taking Names," and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get emotional as I say this.
RJ's not in this discussion, just so you know. He don't do these discussions.
Yes, you do. Don't be lying.
My name is not RJ.
Well, wait, who? I'm
I am
confused.
AD Strong. I'm Dion Phoenix or AD Strong.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. My bad.
No, you good. RJ is my fiance.
Oh, and again, hey, David. Ooh, anyway, so, I'm just call you D for short. Is that okay?
Everybody else does.
Okay, good. I don't want to. I don't want to do something that's not. I don't want to call you out your name. But you can back me up on this or not. There's a song called "There's a Man Going Around Taking Names."
Yes, there
If,
is.
if you've seen the the documentary by Ava DuVernay called 13th, the song is featured. And I casually heard the song like maybe once, like years and years ago. And then when I was watching it, and then to see the context of it, and I was like, it just hit different. If that you know what I mean, it just literally just.
Context always hits people different versus the initial um introduction, should I say.
And when I put together the context along with what was going on in the documentary, I was like, it happened to us twice. We literally had our names taken when we got here, so we don't know where we're from. We have no clue where we were going. So that was our name stolen once. And then after the quote unquote reconstruction,
Mm.
you have us being stolen again by now being incarcerated.
But
And
imagine being a
you
woman. We don't have a name. Think about it. One thing that
Well,
people never think about, what name does a woman have?
well, from what my understanding is, when you guys actually got your names, it was given to you usually by working in the house,
Mm-mm. It was given to us
slaving in
by
the
our father.
house.
No, it was given to us by our fathers.
Okay. So, like, I was always under the impression that if you didn't have no name when you got over here during slavery,
or
It
a
was
name
even it was not given to you
or the name
by.
give you.
And when you say fathers, do you mean the owner of the plantation or your father's father?
The owner of the plantation, sweetheart. And then
That's what I meant. Okay.
even after we got past that, what woman has her own name? What woman can give her lineage?
Well, I think it's also
And
time we stop
I'm not
looking at.
I'm not saying that to take away from the black man's struggle. I am not. I'm saying look at what we black women go through. What do we have as an identity? We are forced to identify with a man, but we're told not to be manly.
Oof, girl, I don't think you wanted to open that can of worms tonight. I don't think you wanted to open that can of worms tonight, cousin.
I mean, to be
I
honest,
always want to open some can
hey,
of worms. You know they can't,
hey,
cousin.
ain't the
But
title of your channel say "Get Into It"? Let's get into it.
yeah, what does my logo say? What does my logo say?
Let's
So you know that's what I'm
let's
going.
explore
But
that.
let's be real, and I'm not taking away anything from a black man, and I have to say this because I've tried to have this conversation offline with other black men, even black men that have been my brothers, even black men that have been my uncles, even black men that I've been friends with for like 30 years.
And don't think
And
that if you are part of the LGBTQ that you are exempt from this conversation either.
right, I've tried to have I've tried to have that conversation with people in the alphabet mafia where I'm like, I'm not taking away from anything from you. I'm trying to bring something
What
up. Like
basically,
and this is not a black woman thing. I'm talking about women, period. What name
I mean, even if you're named by
does a woman have to carry on? And people criticized a cousin of mine who here's this is where she got the idea. She was watching the show Gilmore Girls, where she noticed
I
that
was
the
about to
main
say,
character gave her daughter the same name that she had and made her a junior. Just like Tiana Taylor. A lot of people don't realize she calls her daughter Junie because her daughter is a junior. She broke the ceiling on that for her daughter. But as black women, well, as women, period, what legacy do we have? We're always taught as women to carry on our father and our grandfather's legacy. But what if our father and our grandfather's legacy is fucked up? What do we have?
point of order. Just stick a pin. Don't forget your point. I know you won't, but don't forget your point. I have a
I
question.
am not a member of Congress.
Oh, I
I am
couldn't
not
be
a
a
member
member
of
of Congress
Congress.
because we know that I would come
I
across
am
the
not a
table.
member of Congress. I am not a member
I
of
would
Congress.
come across the
He just
table. We
said
know
point
I'm
of
not for
order to
that.
get her to shut up. What? Like, hey, like we are not members of Congress. Let's get that real quick because the Congress was what was used to
We,
legislate to
I'm
keep your black ass in chains or to keep your black ass going to prison. Don't do that.
Say that. Say that. All of that. Say all of that. Okay.
anyway.
But go ahead, cousin. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So my question is for the Hispanic brethren that you represent. I my question, because it's an honest question and I've never gotten an answer to it, so I'm gonna ask. Now, is it still a practice that you carry both your father and your mother's last names, or is that not done anymore?
I don't. I can actually answer that as well because
Oh, I was asking you.
um. Oh,
I
you know
can't
you can
carry
ask
both.
her
I'm
too,
not a
right?
man. Nope, because I'm not a man. I can't carry both. That's why he was asking you.
Um,
I'm asking you, cuz.
for
Yeah,
me
because I
personally,
can, as
for me
Afro Latina, I can only carry the name that was given to me, which comes from my father. That's why he was
well,
asking you.
for me personally, I do feel like as a Afro Latino, males get too much of the power balance if you are in a straight relationship. And if you are a certain kind of male, you get too much of the power balance in even a gay relationship.
Explain.
And
Oh, I get you, but hold on. Let me.
it's the masculine versus feminine ratio.
Oh, but I do want to answer one comment.
B-
Oh, thank
yeah, I
you.
saw that. I was gonna tell you, but neither one of y'all would shut up.
Mhm.
You Lavery
Thank you.
actually gave D Mac a shout out too
I didn't.
before that.
I didn't even.
First of all, this wasn't about DMAC.
Shade. She won't even let me get my light. The shade. Always in my light.
I mean, you came out here swinging too, so I can't. You can't get mad at her.
I, and she
It
was.
is my channel. I'm going to take.
I came out swinging because she always come out swinging it swinging. So it's family. We got to come out. We always coming out swinging.
Well, anyways, but here's my deal. Like, I personally have not experienced that as a man. I have not experienced needing to take somebody else's namesake. I know women have had to, in both the Latinx side and also the African American side or black. Um, it is encouraged that you have to at least take the man's name or hyphenate it. And if
But
you hyphenate the man, hold on, let me finish. I'm trying to say from my experience.
No, I wasn't gonna
If
do.
you hyphenate it, the family or whatever say like that's a way of stepping out. You shouldn't trust her. But why
yeah,
does
they
she
take
got
it
to
as
be
disrespect.
demonized for trying to keep something that's her
But
or
I want
bring
to.
with her to? Because I thought this marriage between those two, it's not a part of you. But
Mhm,
that's just me.
But
mhm,
I let me say this. A lot of people don't know, and I'm gonna put it out there in the universe. Before I got in, before my current business was established the way that it was,
mhm.
um, I was kind of the odd job queen, and one of my odd jobs was being a wedding coordinator.
Oh Lord, I know that was scary.
Actually, it
Ugh.
was beautiful for me.
Wait,
'Cause
a coordinator? What exactly did you coordinate? Is my question.
their whole
Okay,
wedding,
so
but I worked with a smaller church.
Okay, okay, okay.
you ever gone to
So,
a wedding and you see that one person with usually a headset on or they got a
oh
walkie walking
no,
around trying to?
oh no, I wasn't that person.
Oh,
Um,
Oh, okay. Because
but
that's the
no,
kind of coordinators I've met.
I worked with a smaller church doing this.
oh,
Because there was an older woman who took me under her wings and was like, "Hey, I know you want capital to build the company that you want." So she wanted to get out of what she was doing. She was gracious enough to show me the ropes for this smaller church. But the first wedding I did at this smaller church gave me hope. And I'm going to tell you why this wedding gave me hope. And it wasn't like for me as a business person, like trying to make money. No, this was me as just a human being. This man for 2 years rode a bike to work, rode a bike to church to save money. When he got married, he took his wife's last name. And this was his way of showing her that he was committed. This is, I'm sorry, I get emotional every time I tell this story. And I have permission to tell this story because I love this couple so much. And they've told me
oh.
that I have permission to tell this story. Um, they didn't want a full reception. They had a dinner at their favorite restaurant where they just like reserved a section of the restaurant for themselves. And it was like just a well-known fast food restaurant there.
Mhm.
They weren't about money.
Okay, we need to get the script written for them. Who?
And it always, and when I say he took her last name, it wasn't a hyphenated thing.
Okay,
He wanted his wife to know that that's where he wanted to be. And when he made that decision, he told me first before, because he wanted me to help him, like write out like a little poem for her to know. And like I said, y'all, I have permission to tell this story. Um, and it always gets me in the heart because I know this couple loves each other and they've been together, and this was 17 years ago. They're still together. They have 5 kids together. They moved from city to they are a unit. When I say they are a unit, they are a unit. Like,
which is how it's supposed to be.
yes, it is, but it doesn't always work out that way.
No, because people
And
make
the fact that they weren't concerned about money, because they were my first wedding. And when they gave me the budget and I was like making bouquets and stuff and sending them back and forth to, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. It wasn't about flash. It was about their moments together. Like, they wanted certain flowers because, he picked this flower for her. She brought this flower to him. Like, do y'all understand how this couple renewed my faith in humanity?
So, D, you gonna write the script, right?
If they give me permission, yes, I will.
I'm just saying that script needs to be written. It needs to be given a lifetime to show them how it should be done. I'm just
because
let's bypass Lifetime. Let's get that in the romance section. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Some stories go to Lifetime that shouldn't have ended up on Lifetime. They should have been in theaters in the first place. I said what I said. It's true, and you know it.
True. This needs a little bit more attention than that, but it. If they give me permission to like write out, like,
because that's just again.
When I say he legitimately rode a bike, because there were times that I would see him and be like, because I was driving a minivan at the time, like, put your bike in the back of my car. I'll drive you to church, like going to Bible study. Or my dad would catch him, or my uncle would catch him and be like, put your car in the back of the car. Put your bike in the back of the car. You know what I mean? Like, and both of them, and we found out after they got married, she was doing the same thing because they wanted certain things, but it had nothing to do with their wedding.
Stop, because I'm gonna get teary eyed and I don't need to be crying on camera. I'm just saying.
But do you understand why, even though I have permission to tell this story, I don't tell this?
I know, girl. Trust me. I can see it. I can see. I got eyes.
I can be honest with you.
Like, there's so much I would love to tell y'all about this, and I would love if they ever got to the point where they were comfortable with being public. Like, I know that they would come on and just not turn a camera on and tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel you.
They have such a beautiful story.
That's a good one.
Like, they both sacrificed so much, not for glitz and glam, but how they're living right now. That's why they sacrificed.
Okay, so Taz, I have a confession for y'all.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so like we've all seen that Why the Hell Did I Get Married? Tyler Perry, Mr. Tyler Perry.
Please don't go there to me today. Don't do it, because I will kill.
That's a bullshit ass storyline. But go ahead, cuz go ahead.
I hate to be honest with y'all, but the one with what's her name?
Which one?
The loud one or the quiet one, or the one that killed her kid? Which one?
Girl, which one that killed her kid?
Janet Jackson.
there.
Janet Jackson killed.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was missing this. I don't even focus on that part of the story because there's too much bullshit.
It's a
And I
whole
don't know
bunch of
no bloke,
bullshit.
and I don't know no black person who would tolerate some of that shit.
I don't know a black
But
person
I
that
know
wouldn't
there's some out
properly.
of there.
First of all, I don't know a black person that
Sit
wouldn't properly
right
strap
there.
their kid into a goddamn car seat. But let's go on.
Right
But
there.
anyways, but you have to understand, I took away the bits and pieces that were actual similarities to me.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
You have to understand, I'm a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
We just froze up on my phone, and I don't know why.
Well, first
I'm
of
a
all,
bigger
I
guy.
can't. All I see is your chin, and you keep saying you a bigger. I'm trying to get thick like you. So would you quit saying
Sweetie,
that
I'll give it to you.
Okay, please stop.
I'm a bigger guy. I'm trying to
Okay,
get thick like y'all. Shit.
anyways,
I'm trying
my
to get
point.
some fucking curves. I'm built like SpongeBob, motherfuckers.
Can
Y'all
I
don't quit
finish?
saying that
Can
shit.
I finish? Can I finish?
Okay, I'm out of my feelings. Go ahead.
Can you pull down your camera so we can see you? Because we
Yeah,
can't.
I told
My
him we couldn't
camera
see.
froze.
Boo.
No, your camera was
You
up.
had camera aimed at
No,
your
your camera was like down here.
our neck.
No, on my like you have to understand, my camera is frozen on my end.
We can see you moving.
Where RJ
Okay, well
at?
that's all that matters. Man, shut up. Anyways,
Don't tell me
you
to
have
shut
to
up. I need RJ to get your
I said what I
shit
said.
together. And I said what I said.
RJ is not a confrontational person.
No, but RJ will get your lighting and shit together.
Yeah, he will do that. He will do that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm gonna call RJ in the morning and tell him you was mean to me. I'm gonna tell
He's not
him.
gonna do
I'm
shit about it.
I'm gonna be like, he was mean to me, RJ. No, I'm gonna call Max. That's who I'm gonna call.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna tell Max, do you want to fight me?
Over me, he'll be like, do you want to fight me? Do you want to?
Man, we ain't gonna. Man, he just gonna catch a hand. Don't play with me.
Catch
Anyways,
you in the streets.
All right. Right, let him say
what you talking about? Catch me in the streets. I know where he live. Anyways, my point is,
leave my friend alone,
cousin.
Shush. You being very extra right now, and I'm just trying to finish the story.
I'm extra.
I know.
Okay,
Which one?
I'm gonna stop. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
my headset is slipping.
The bits and pieces from that show that replied to me was, I have been with all type of men that were just evil, just disgusting, and my relationships didn't last long because I felt like I was worth somebody different. I was worth somebody who was understanding, who would actually do the work with me, not do the work for me, do the work with me, understand I have my issues, and bring forgiveness into a relationship. And I have found that with RJ. Respect. So you got to understand, when Sheila goes into that spiel, yeah, I'm thinking it's mostly bullshit. But at the same time, the bits and pieces from her storyline, I felt it because I'm living it.
Wait, which one?
Does that make sense?
The fat one. Oh,
the fat one. The one. I don't trust her. She's sleeping with no girl. You don't know her. That one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So
I feel Sheila.
I'm gonna say my piece because I'm gonna say this, and this is for everybody. One, never in the history of your life leave your best friend and your significant other alone too often. Just don't. It ain't a good look. It just ain't a good look. I don't care if they've been best friends for eons or whatever. I said what I said. Do not leave them mofos alone by themselves too often, because something will happen. Point blank, period. Sheila learned the hard way.
Oh, trust me, y'all. I had an unexpected house guest twice. It's my good girlfriend from high school. But baby, when she said she was hungry and she wanted some food from a restaurant that was near, trust and believe, I DoorDashed that shit right to my house. And I'm not saying that she would have done something or he would have done something, but I wasn't trying to find out. You understand me?
I ain't never had that experience
My
because
thing
I'm
is,
always there when my man. And you have to understand, but
no,
RJ, he don't
you
hang
need
out with nobody.
no,
You don't hang out with nobody with me.
neither does Frenchie, but you need to understand me. Okay. The Taurus in me was like, bitch, if I leave this house to go pick up this food and y'all in too close proximity, I know what my brain is going to concoct. That does not mean
I will
that
be.
that's reality.
Go.
I know
Girl,
what my brain is going to concoct, and I
girl,
don't want to kill you and then find
um,
out later that you didn't do what I thought you did.
Taz, I'm a Gemini. I am a Gemini, in all
She,
the senses of the word. If I get I get daily thoughts. Who is this motherfucker? Who is that motherfucker? I can get into his DMs. Trust me, I can. I got the code to his phone.
Well,
He
my
know I
thing
got the
is,
code to his phone. He
I
can't
had
even
a
have a conversation with his sister
well,
without me knowing what was said.
I had a friend that accused me of sleeping with her husband 2 years after I moved out the city and state.
That's too
And
much.
and I was trying to explain to her, like, boo boo, I didn't even know this was going on with you and your husband. I'm not even in the city. Like, I didn't tell her
Well,
because we had a little falling out before I moved. And I
I'ma
was like,
wanted
just
but
somebody.
my thing is, I was like, let me let her calm down before I tell her that I moved. Now, our falling out didn't have anything to do personally with her husband or whatever. But I was like, let me give her, because you know how sometimes you fall out with a friend, you need to let them have a simmer down moment so you can actually talk some sense into them. When
Sometimes
she finally calmed down,
I talk to.
I had been out of the city and the state for 2 years. It was then she accused me of sleeping with her husband. Now, mind you, yes, I live in Kentucky, but bitch, her husband is my cousin. I might live in Kentucky, but I don't do fucking Kentucky shit.
I had to put the phone down for a second because
I got a whole cousin on the line. Bitch, we ain't fucking. I ain't about to fuck a cousin. A cousin. Jesus. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No. No. That's D-Mac. Is that what we doing?
girl, I had to drop the phone for a second
Is
because
that what we doing?
what's wrong with her?
Exactly. So I'm like, what the fuck?
She lost her pure teen mind. I,
So when I tried to come
ex,
to her, like, okay, calm down. This ain't what's going on. I don't know what's going. And my thing is, and then I had to come to my senses. Like, bitch, why you mad? You've been cheating on him since before the day you got married. Y'all both fucking around. Leave me out of this shit. And she got mad, like, you gonna put my shit out there?
you put
No, we on a
girl,
conversation
you just
between the two of us.
accused me of some incestual ass triangle. Don't even get mad at that. First of all.
I'm like,
Exactly. So I was like,
girl,
you know
you
what?
Second of
I'ma just
all,
leave y'all alone.
second of all, what part of cousin don't you understand?
and I'm like, you
And
my
you
good.
want to know who was giving the tea on her? My aunt, her mother-in-law.
I'm like, she ain't even my good cousin. So why would I even sit there and entertain that?
Because my auntie didn't never want her to be in the family.
Well,
So
see,
my auntie was out giving all the tea, thinking that that would. Mhm.
put
Mhm.
too much of your family business out in these streets.
I don't give a shit. That bitch made 67 damn Facebook posts about me. I
Uh,
talked about it for 3 seconds on YouTube. I think we even.
okay, all right. I didn't know about the 67 videos. Okay, all right, girl, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I had to walk away from my phone real quick.
I understand, honey. I
You said auntie, and I was just like, you know what? No,
But
I'm
like
walking
my
away
shirt
now.
says for St. Jude's, because I always support St. Jude's. This shirt saves. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta pull it up because my titties ain't big enough. Saves lives. Um,
Shit, they had to get. I can't.
but if you go to St.
My
Jude's,
titties is too big. You can have some of those.
I wish you would give me some. If you go to
Oh, see,
stjudes.com, you can get a shirt like this. or if you don't want the shirt, you can opt out of it. But I always support St. Jude's because St. Jude's, my youngest brother, um, they were able to save his life because of some burns that he was subjected to. They paid his bills
Mhm.
from Shriners. St. Jude's paid his Shriners bill and his Cincinnati Hospital, Children's Hospital Medical Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. They paid those bills also. So I always support St. Jude's. So none of my channels are sponsored, but there are just some organizations that I know actually do what they say that they do. So yes, I will plug them. I get no
I
kickback.
need to
I'm
figure
just
out how
I'm
to
just
send
telling
you
you.
guys this screenshot because it's funny as hell.
You know how to send me a screenshot.
You know how to send us to
No, I mean like I can't do it while we on live. I'm on my phone.
she can
You
show later.
you can put it in the
Mm,
private chat. You can put it in the private
mm.
chat. Put it in the private chat.
I mean because it's funny as hell because
You
you
can put
guys
it in
gotta
the private.
understand.
You can put it in
I'm
the. Okay, so
my
for
phone
those of
is
y'all,
frozen.
okay,
For you who don't
you can
know.
put it in the private. No, you know what? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because I'm tired of people putting shit on my motherfucking name. For
Oh my
motherfuckers to
god.
say that they didn't know that they were on YouTube with me previously and didn't know anything else, put it in the fucking private chat.
I'm trying to tell you something. My phone is frozen. That's why I've been looking at the same screen
No,
forever.
but Deshaun and D-Mac, when
Yeah,
y'all got online with me, did you know that you were live on YouTube?
I knew.
Oh, okay. So if somebody says that they didn't know, and
Okay, so now it's not frozen.
when you're behind the scenes with me, you get to see where the comments come from, right?
Well, for the most part, I can see like when they pop up on this little black space next to us. But like I can't because I'm not on YouTube right now.
Yeah, but you knew that this wasn't a Zoom call because of the link that I sent you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I got some people trying to lie on my name right now saying that they didn't know that they were on YouTube with me when they were on YouTube with me. Like,
we are talking about. Oh, which one? Logi. No. No.
How do I send a screenshot to you?
but
Lord.
it's the one that
I'm
can't
trying to figure
even
it out.
speak Spanish.
No. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Yes, I'm gonna talk to you like that
No,
because it's the
it's
one that don't even speak a Spanish.
no, darling. You're not.
Yes, darling. Ha.
Lord Jesus.
You're going to say that you're an island girl, but you can't even speak the island language.
Me not gonna do this tonight.
Yes,
I
we're
wish
gonna
y'all
do
would
this
really.
tonight.
I really wish y'all wouldn't have brought that up because I don't speak a lick of Spanish.
We're not even speaking
I'm
Spanish
not.
right now.
I know you're not.
It's the part of
God
Okay,
damn it! My
now.
chameleon, my end of chameleons just came out. We're not speaking Spanish right now. Okay.
We're not even doing that right
not
now.
that. You talk patois. What you talk about?
It's just a little patois you can understand.
You can understand what we are saying.
No, I actually
Yes, you
most of
can.
it I can't.
If you're black, you understand. Trust me, because you can tell by the facial when we talk a patois. Trust me.
Trust what me say. You can understand everything me I say to you.
Exactly. You'll
Everything.
Well, now
understand it.
that I'm paying attention to your head's
Everything.
movement, yeah, true. You're right.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
Well, can y'all? Okay, I'm gonna have to send it to you in text after we get off of here because I can't figure out how to do it in chat.
it's
I
all
have an
right.
Oh no.
Android. I do not have an iPhone.
Oh, but I do know that you got a titty light.
A titty light.
Look above your head. Your light looks like a titty.
Mm.
The shade, the audacity.
It does.
Are
I
they
got
bigger
a
than
titty.
yours though? Are they bigger than yours though?
No, Well,
He throwing shots.
I got a titty light in my kitchen. That's why I call it a titty light. It's no shade. It's a titty light.
The shade. I wasn't ready.
Okay, so is everybody cool to come back tomorrow with some indigenous creators since they'll be done with their
Hopefully, we can actually have them here because I'm cool to
no,
come
because
back.
they'll be done with their with
Boots brown.
I don't know how to describe what they did tonight because they didn't give me an actual name. So I'm not going to try to describe what they were doing tonight because they didn't give me a name.
Where was the Savage Little Kids at? Where was T Nathan?
Helping other
I don't know him to call. I don't know him to call him his real name. So I say they're acts. Does that make sense?
Before we go,
but he was helping other people, and I don't. There was like an official like ceremony, but I don't know
it's
the name for the ceremony because everybody was like, I gotta go. I have to be a part of this ceremony. Nobody gave me a name for it, so I don't want to put a name or title onto it because I don't want to come across as disrespectful.
Taz, we know you don't speak unless you actually know what you're talking about.
We got you. We got it.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's what D-Mac's been trying to say. Like, we know.
Can we come back tomorrow at the same time with other people and continue this conversation?
Yeah, but before we got something I want to throw out, and I want us to get into this before we go because this is a good topic.
Oh, okay.
So I need y'all to tell me, and this is what we've been discussing, me and my mother and a couple other people. So
also, you didn't share it with me.
I'm sharing it with you now. You be locked in the basement half the time, woman.
No, I've been lost in the basement because I've been sick. That's where y'all done kept me because I've been sick. But okay, go ahead, cuz. Go ahead, cuz.
I don't do basements, so sorry, y'all down there.
We'll see. You get to walk around. You're the one who get to walk around. I'm the step cousin.
First of all, did you see how just Deshaun just like he didn't even care? Like I could have been Hannibal Lecter, and he would have been like, "Oh, just toss us some more lotion."
Again, you see, he the one who mind his business. They got me locked up.
If you Hannibal Lecter, okay.
I'm not Hannibal Lecter. I'm the one in the hole.
Oh, and so you the children in the walls. That's what you is, huh?
First of all, Deshaun, we know I'm bougie. So I need you to come to my house, get my bougie lotion. Let me rub that on before you contact the police to rescue me. Because I swear to God, if y'all let me get rescued and I got crackly skin, I'm not going to let y'all live this down. Go to my house first.
I'm gonna take a picture first, and then I'll give you the lotion.
Whatever. I'm saying this live. If these motherfuckers don't go to my house and get my book, and if y'all have not followed me and my beauty corner and how much lotion I have, we're gonna go over that tomorrow. But if they don't get at least one
don't be specific. Don't say the thing over there on the left side of the thing, because I will bring every last one of the things, and that's not what the one you wanted. So you better make sure you know the name and give it to me properly.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the name because all of the names will be lined up. Because you know, first of all, cousin,
I promise you, if you don't tell me
perfumes are lined up to different lotions. So if I give you one name, you'll be able to follow that name between the body wash, the lotion, and the perfume and the body spritz. So don't play with me.
And it is made for your skin, right? It's made for your skin, right?
Yes, I don't play with my skin like that.
Okay. Because if you tell me a name that I know is made for white people, for black people, I'm gonna just go to Walmart and get you that shit.
You know how? Wait.
Oh, first of all, you fucking with me. Ain't nothing that I wear you can get from fucking Walmart. You playing with me. You playing with my emotions right now. You know motherfucking better. Do I look like I'm even white adjacent?
No.
I'm 44 goddamn years old. Do I look like I wear anything from if I wore anything from Walmart, I would look like I'm like 159. What the you no just shut
Jeez, okay, D. Stop.
Well, I mean, 159 in black. I mean, that's ancient. Just being honest with it.
I'm not Angela Bassett
But you
on
don't even look
American
40.
Horror Story. I'm not Angela Bassett on American Horror Story. Motherfucker, what are you?
Girl,
She
she was immortal. She didn't age.
right. She played Lugo, who was 175 years old. What the fuck? No, no,
D.
no. No. You're not gonna play with my emotion. No,
Fair.
cousin. Say what you need to say to close this out, cause Deshaun, he done lost his. No, I'm done with him.
Stay away from me on between April 1st to April 7th, and with that, I
did.
digress.
That's why I didn't talk to you till after my birthday. Did you not notice that?
Okay, well, I mean, you luck out because I'm a prankster around that time.
Oh, I didn't luck out. I did that intentionally. I talked to you after my birthday is 4/24. You understand the numbers? 4/24.
Okay.
Fuck that shit.
Okay, then do it intentionally every year.
Yeah, I will. Go ahead, cousin. Cause
So, here's the deal. I'm gonna set this scene, and I'm gonna need y'all to give me your honest opinions. But just don't blow me out of the water. That's all I'm asking. So, my mom has a daycare. Okay, so kids, which is fine. You know, she's been doing it for the last, about 18 years of my life. And so I have this mom, and I'm for sake of everything, she's a mom. She's a young mom, and she has 4 kids.
she can't be that goddamn young.
He can't tell you, or he shouldn't tell you.
I know. I said what I said. Continue to tell your story. Go ahead.
And I'm just like, ma'am, these kids now, for the most part, Big Mama does not exist in this universe anymore.
D-Mac, I need to leave the discussion.
No, you don't. You sit right there.
D-Mac, I need to leave the discussion.
No, he's gonna want your honest opinion. So stay here.
I am a mandatory reporter. A mandated reporter.
And he's going to want that. Trust me. Sit right there.
All right, I'll sit here.
I ask you to move from the story. So shush.
Okay.
I'm telling you, when he asks for honest opinions, he knows I may hold back. He wants you to not hold back.
Okay.
So
keep going.
So, and I'm just like, you have 4 children, and if you've seen the movie The Nanny Diaries, if you haven't, fine. It is what it is. I'll still explain what I'm saying. And it's like, these 4 kids are drowning in the fact that they want your attention. But when you're constantly going like this, what attention are you giving them?
Yep, been there.
I'm gonna need you to give more context to that.
Nope.
I'm holding in my hand.
She's a mother of 4 that thinks that everybody else should raise her kids. Her kids are going to his mother's daycare, and bada bing, bada boom, she's falling short and wants everybody else to pull up onto it.
Oh wait.
So basically, she does not.
Hold on, I'm gonna add the context.
Wait, hold on. Let him give some more context.
So, what are you and me on, D, right now? What are we looking at right now?
Well, as far as context, I can tell you right now, it doesn't the context you've given doesn't sustain that there's any source of financial or resource neglect, but there is a source of emotional neglect.
Yes. So what I'm saying to you is she's constantly on the phone, like 24/7, like a good chunk of the day. And when the kids come here, it's like, we're constantly talking to them. They're acting out because there's no emotional connection, I'll say that, to
They
that.
know that their mama is dropping them off and going the fuck back home and not doing shit else.
Well, I can't that
So
actually does.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
Does the mother work?
Yes. Now, worker, I will give her that. That girl's got like 20 jobs most of the time. Right now, she's going to school, I
But
think.
when she goes home, she's not talking to those children. And I'm not saying this from speculation. I'm saying this from an actual mother of four. I'm saying this from someone who now works from home with their three Gigi babies with them. And I can tell the difference when those kids have been away from me for a couple days and they've been with somebody else that doesn't give them attention.
Hold on one second.
Okay, so I need to ask, what is the actual dilemma then?
Hang on one second.
Oh. Oh, I don't think I should have ate that chicken wing as quickly as I did.
I don't think
You
so.
probably shouldn't have.
It was
So,
a little spicy. But okay, go ahead. I'm good.
so basically, so explaining this. So with the movie I'm talking about, Nanny Diaries, the nanny in question literally puts it on the paint that you know you have the profound what's the word she used, pleasure of having that boy as your child. You have that pleasure of having, because he's a really good kid, because she knows him. She's gotten to know him over the time that she's been basically raising him. And she says that unconditional love that they have for you, always wanting to be up underneath, always wanting to be in your face,
It
talk,
doesn't last.
all that, it's not gonna last.
If it's not nurtured, it's not going to last.
So what is your mother? Does your mother, who is the babysitter in this conversation, does she have a moral dilemma with watching these kids when it comes to the mother?
It comes
That
to
way,
the of you're expecting me to, in effect, raise your children, but still tie my hands in raising your children. And
I
um,
get where I
is
get where
that
you're
the
coming from
is that the only
because
source? Is that the only source of her income during daycare?
no, no, I get where he's coming from because
I get where he's
as a coach, I've gone through this
Taz.
where
I'm trying to come from my honest opinion.
mhm.
and
I'm not, and when it comes to other
but
people's kids, I come from a professional opinion
and let me give
and
you
from a
another
parent opinion. That's it.
let me give you another perspective because as a coach, just as with people in and I've talked to daycare providers because I've had to work with them as a coach more than I did with parents. And parents get in their feelings when they get attached to those of us that are actually there, where the parents drop the ball because they put everything in our laps, whether it's
Mhm.
teachers, daycare providers, coaches, whatever. And they get in their feelings when these children get attached to us and we reach out to the parents like, hey, there's a problem.
Why
Something isn't right. And,
blah?
and these parents want to go off on us. And we're not accusing the parents of anything. We're like, hey, this is what your child is saying. This is what your child is saying that they're lacking. And this is just between me and you. Nobody else knows. But the parents are like, "Oh, you're trying to make an example out of me. You're trying to put me on Front Street. Oh, I ain't shit. I ain't do." Nobody said that. But sometimes you have to realize Instead of trying to put Nikes on your kids' feet, maybe put some morals in your kids' head and be there at night to tuck them in.
So I have a
Because
question.
too many parents are working triple and double and triple shift to put designer labels on their kids' backs, but they're not putting morals in their kids' hearts.
Okay, hold on.
So
I'll be right back.
Hold up. Wait.
I truly understand that, Taz, but for me, I can't say that I lived anybody else's, and I hear what you're saying. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm coughing and I
Oh,
don't want to.
okay. Okay.
I'm
For,
listening.
okay. For me, as a person who's a medical professional, a person who's a parent of three, um, I don't know how it is to raise four kids and be like extremely busy, but I do know how it is to raise three and be extremely busy. And I would first like to say that when it becomes more on the teachers, the the people who watch your child while you're at work, the people who coach your child when they're at sports practice, say if they're in martial arts, your dojo master. When it becomes more on them to raise your child, then and you get mad because the child is being you someone's contacting you to let you know there's a problem. Me personally, it's not my job to raise your kids. Me
Exactly.
personally, it is your job to tuck your kids in. It is your job to teach them morals and like how just think about the little Nas and all that other shit. It
And
is
that's
not
how
my
we feel.
job. It is not my job to teach your kids critical thinking, to teach your kids to have morals in their in their soul and in their heart and in their head like you have done. It is not my freaking job. So
And that's
when
how
you
we
start
feel.
getting mad at me about how I'm doing and you pay me to do so, but I still have a life. I still have a heart. I still have a mind of my own and I have responsibilities of my own to fulfill. When you put that on me, look, and I am not your child's parent. You need to go do this.
And that's how we feel. And a lot of these parents don't see it that way. They get
Mhm.
mad at us, especially when we are more caring about their children than they are. Because I can say at this point, because I have former cheerleaders who have given me permission to say certain things. I've had former cheerleaders who have come to me and said that they're part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I have had former cheerleaders actually come to me and have to live in my house because their parents were damaging to them. And I'm going to say damaging because legally that's all I can say at this point.
Mhm.
And it's like a lot of parents think that they can just dump their kids into the school system and we're supposed to do everything. And I've had even arguments online on social media with grown ass people that are like, oh, well, the school system should have taught me this. No, that's your parents' responsibility to teach you that. Your parents are supposed to make sure you're decent human beings, not your teachers, not your coaches.
I'm like, I'm getting real tired. And it happens in retail too. I'm getting real tired of people thinking that I'm your therapist, your best friend, your uncle, your auntie, and all this shenanigans. And I'm supposed to take on all your frustrations. And I'm just like, that's not my job. I don't get paid to do that. I get paid to either sell you something, in your case, teach you something, and that's it.
Well,
That's
I know when
involvement.
I was working at the hospital, yes, it's my job to take care of the patient, but when it comes to the family members and you are mad about something the doctor did, you guys go and take most family members will take it on the nurse that has to deal with them.
And not the dog.
I've had family members meet me outside when
Oh,
I was
that's
getting off of
bullshit.
work to try to jump me. And I've had to beat the fuck out of a family member that just
And
their
see, that's
family member
bullshit.
had to go through a seizure. You know what? It is not my fault. It is not my problem. I got into this because I want to help people. But you know what? Helping people versus letting them hurt me is two different things.
And now I
They are not the
understand
same.
why now when I call people, because usually if I call customer service at this point in my life, if I call customer service, it's because I've made a mistake. And now, listening to the both of you all, I understand why people are so hesitant when I go, I made a mistake. How can I fix this? I know I will probably have to pay for this, but how can I fix it? Because there was one time while I was doing my office upstairs, I double ordered something.
Oof.
I didn't
I,
realize
I can tell
until
you
I
right now
went back
that we don't
in.
hear that very often.
But when I went back in, and when I tell people, hey, this is my mistake, I know I'm going to have to pay to remedy it. How, and then people are so combative with, and I'm like, whoa. I and now,
Taz, can I be
li-
honest with you?
but no, hold on, wait a
As,
minute.
okay,
Listening
go
to the
ahead.
two of you, I now understand why people are automatically combative with me because they're not believing that I'm coming in from a position that this is my fault, that I'm trying to remedy, that I know I'm going to have to pay money for to fix. Because so many people are trying to just badger people and get something for free. I wasn't looking at it from that standpoint. So let me say, and I know I've never been on the phone, I've never been in the hospitals that you all have worked at, but let me just say, I am sorry.
I'll let D
I
go for.
can't stand that phrase. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't stand that phrase.
Honey, I have grown
And
tired.
I'll make it very clear.
Oh, so what
I
should
can
I
appreciate
say?
Taz. I'm saying for me only. I can only speak for me, and I can only take responsibility for me.
I
Just
understand, but
like
I'm
can't
saying for
nobody
you, what
hold
should I
on.
say?
For
If
me,
I
if
know
it's
it's my
something you
fault,
have, Taz. If I am the one you are dealing with, that is the context I am talking about. I cannot stand people saying I'm sorry to me when they haven't done anything to me. I can't stand it because you have to understand that's like a trauma trigger for me. I used to have to
mm,
apologize for shit that I knew wasn't my fault.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't think of it that way.
So like for me personally, if you say, "Hey, I apologize because this was a behavior that I used to do and I hope to change my ways in the future," I can understand that. I'm like, "Hey, that's cool." But when you say I'm sorry to me, I am I am not sorry when I say this. Sorry is like sorry is just like assholes. Everyone has a sorry.
So
If you change that
what should we say?
if your behavior is not consistent with everybody else, then you ain't got nothing to be sorry about. If you apologize for not doing anything wrong to me, that is almost the same thing. I don't know what to tell you to say because I don't live your life. All I know
Because
is what you can say to me.
but if I feel that I am sorry and you feel that's not an appropriate response, and let's say I encounter someone who feels the same way as you do, what's your advice as to what we should say? Should we not say anything?
Well, to be honest with you, for people who call in, you have to understand me when I worked in telecommunications, telemarketing, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody were to call in and say, "Hey, this is my fault," I'm not going to come back them. They just admitted it was their fault. That makes my job easier.
It makes
Okay, so once we admit that it's our fault, we don't. Okay, you know what?
so
So
okay.
you have to understand
I
the
got you.
context you were talking in. Nothing was your fault.
See,
Nothing was your fault for
here's
me to
pattern.
feel like you need to be sorry about. You already admitted your fault. So
I
when
I
people want to combat you and everything, that becomes their fault
I
for that
I
situation.
I get what you're saying at the.
So
I
let
completely
me put it
understand where
into
you're
context
coming
for
from
you,
at this
Taz,
point.
because
I
I
was
still
under
work in phones.
I had a slight misunderstanding there for a slight second, but I get
Mhm.
where you're coming from because that's where I run into issues when I'm calling someone going because generally I don't need to call customer service generally.
Mhm.
If I have to call customer service, I'm going to be honest. And I'm saying this right now out in the public on my own platform. If I call you, if you hear this voice, I'm the one that's fucked up. I fucked up on an order. I fucked up on something. And I'm calling you and I'm telling you I fucked up.
Hey Taz, we got a certain advantage over DMAC down there. We got headsets on where we're able to be louder and everything. He been trying to talk like 6 times already.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. I was trying to put my headsets, but my two things need to be charged. So I'll put it into context for you. So here's two situations. I had a customer to call me today, and they literally screwed up his car. Like they screwed it up. Point blank. Period. Like they put in a remote start, and literally like it's fucked up. That's exactly what happened. And so basically he called me and he was coming from a place of like, yo, I had to go to this garage. I mean, it's been sitting there and they've given him no help. So that type of context with that particular situation, him coming to me and not literally coming down my throat, even though it was our fault, is in your same situation. He didn't come at me like, to chop my head off.
I get where you're coming.
Those
I
type
get
of
where you're coming
people,
from.
those are the type of people I look forward to helping because again, they're willing to be more reasonable. Now with your type of situation where a person has come in and made a mistake and they come like you and I'm just like, okay, well, you've made a mistake. Let's see what I can do to fix it. Then we get to possibility 3, which I had today, which I loved being messy and petty today. I did. It was just glorious.
Oh Lord, I can't wait to. Oh, he didn't
And
share this
Taz,
one with me, so I'm waiting.
and go ahead, DMAC.
So this woman calls me and tells me,
We gonna call her Karen number one.
yes, we're gonna call her Karen number 1, calls me and tells me that her son's dropped her MacBook, her not her MacBook, her Microsoft Surface, and shattered the screen.
Whose fault is
I'm
that?
like, okay, did you get the geese swap protection for it? No. Well, then there's nothing the Best Buy can do for you. And she's just like, well, do you have the Microsoft number? I was like, sure, but they're not going to do anything. They don't cover for physical damage. Here's the kicker. Well, this could have happened on its own.
Huh?
What?
Girl, if you could have seen my face, I was just like, ma'am, you literally just told me that your son dropped this and broke the screen. So how
Okay,
you gonna
so
tell me this
what what
happened on
what
its own?
what item are we talking about
It's a
again?
Microsoft Surface. It's the tablet that you can make into a. It's a tablet that you can
It's basically a
computer.
computer.
So basically, this is something that you can keep on a desk and not
Yep.
move at all.
Mm-hmm.
And your son had it in his hands,
Mm-hmm.
but it could have happened on its own.
No, it couldn't.
I'm trying to figure out,
Wait, wait, wait,
does
wait.
Microsoft have technology that can make shit get up and move by itself?
Wait, Taz, look. Now you know I ain't got no hair.
Oh, I know when you do that. It's about to get good.
So I said, sure. I said, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play this game, and I'm not gonna tell you that they literally emphatically are gonna tell you no. So I said, sure. Here you go. Here's the number. You can call them, and they'll take care of you. Lies and fallacies, because they literally go tell her, "You did what?" I was just like, now, again, there's two things that the screen would actually shatter because of the batteries inside of it. Now, if the battery exploded, they can tell that the battery exploded from the
Yeah.
inside. But, ma'am, your son dropped it and it's shattered from the outside. They're
That
not going
means
to
it's
cover.
your son's fault
They're
and
not
your
gonna
fault.
cover it. I felt so happy when I gave her that phone number and hung up because I was just like, I can't. I want to be the fly on that wall when she calls them. I want
Taz,
there.
Taz, Taz, and
Because
D-Mac.
I have a phone right now that has a cracked screen. I am not for like another month. I'm not replacing this phone.
Mm-hmm.
I have held on to this phone for a year because I know in another month I can replace it with my carrier
Mm-hmm.
for free.
Sweet.
I'm not I'm not upgrading. I'm not replacing the do you understand? It's not that I don't have the money, but if you know you can do some shit for free, why not just hold on to do it for free?
Well,
Because people are
me
crazy.
personally, with RJ's car,
Here
he's
Oh,
go the
had that
bougie
car for.
king. Here go the bougie king. Cuz here go the bougie king.
Who's the bougie king?
You
Excuse me, I
Sorry.
saved for years for my fucking car. Thank you very much.
okay? You missed the whole point that my cousin you originally pointed me out, and then he
I was
was
pointing to
messing
the
with
wrong
you.
kid. I'm trying to point
Man,
to
why you poking me? 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 Don't
Because we
poke
can
me.
both we can both
Don't
wait a
poke
minute.
me.
Hold on.
Don't poke
Wait.
me. Hold on. Don't poke me.
Wait. I
He said
gotta
Don't
poke the
poke
other
me.
way.
Don't
Poke
I
poke
this
can't
way.
even
Poke
figure
this
out
way. You
which
gotta
side
poke.
to poke you from.
You. I'm poking this way. You gotta poke the opposite direction of where I'm poking. Nope.
Man,
I
The other
can't
man,
even
way.
get it
The other
right.
way. Use your other hand.
man. Yeah, man.
What
Don't
hand are you
don't
pointing
tell
with
her.
right
Don't
now?
tell. Man, don't tell her which way to poke.
No.
She got some nails on. I don't know if you ever been poked with nails. That's not cute.
I can't even
she
get.
got she
First
got
of
a full
all,
set
wait,
on.
hold
And
on.
you try to teach her how to poke me.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me put my glasses on. I bet you I can get it
Man,
right
take them
now.
glasses back off. Take them glasses back off. Girl, because I promise you, if you poke me in the feelings, I'm going to be mad.
I can't. Y'all being messy
That's why I
tonight.
can't have black men on my show.
Lordy
Y'all be
Jesus.
fucking me up.
I'm sorry. You decided to be messy
I am
this
not
evening.
sorry. I am not sorry. I
He
am who
ain't
I am.
sorry.
I didn't say I was sorry. I'm just being nice. I'm just saying I'm not sorry
I
though.
don't even know why
I'm
you
saying
being nice. We let you on here because we thought you wasn't gonna be nice. Shit.
honey,
Well, he
I'm
did
not
come out
I'm
swinging in
being
the it's swinging. He did come out swinging in the first part, but then he got quiet.
You call me swinging. You
but
call
yeah,
me
so
swinging.
you being messy. Okay.
Oh, Taz,
Anyway.
D-Mac. Did any of y'all sing? Did any of y'all really sing? Okay, so I came up with this.
First of all, yes,
Yeah.
I can sing.
Okay,
What the
okay,
fuck
then
you
I'm talking
mean?
to you. Cause I can't sing what to save my life. Anyway,
Did you really come at me like that? Okay, go finish what
man.
you're saying.
I,
Anyways,
I'm listening.
so I came up with this. Y'all, everybody knows call Tyrone.
You got him,
You better
cuz.
call Tyrone. So
Oh,
I really need somebody to make a
I was
sound.
born by a river.
I need somebody to make a sound out of something I did a video earlier of on TikTok.
Oh, well, send
Make
it
that
to
a
us.
sound because
oh
I
Jesus.
We got it.
I did send it to you.
Oh shit! I ain't been on TikTok all day because I had, like
No,
real
you was
work
on
to do.
TikTok. I saw you on
I
live.
haven't either.
I was not on live today.
Not today. For 13 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute, with T Nathan. At the end of the day, I had
I
like
saw you on
real
live
work.
with T Nathan, man.
Yeah, I had real work to do all day till
Okay, okay,
right
okay. So
before
I
we
thought,
came on here.
okay, okay. I'm just saying, like, I did send
But
it to
I
your
was
DMs.
born by a
But I would really like
river.
somebody to, hit that Erica Badu and turn that into a sound. Don't use my voice because my
I
voice is
said you
horrible.
better call Tyrone.
And it's that song too.
Calling,
It's based on that. No, 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 no,
And
no.
calling.
Not Erica
tell
Badu.
him
Lauren Hill.
come
Lauren
on,
Hill.
get your. Which one?
Yeah,
There's
which
so
which
many.
Killing Me
which
You're
is
gonna have to
Softly.
Lauren
be more
Hill?
specific.
Killing Me Softly.
Oh no, I can't do that. That's you. That's you, cuz. That's
Oh,
you. You
Killing Me
got that.
Softly.
killing me softly with his
Now, if
song,
you said X Factor, I
killing
got you.
my
Okay,
own.
okay, okay. Okay, okay.
If you
So
said
just
X
watch that
Factor, I
video
got
and
you.
you'll see what I'm saying. Somebody
I
needs to make that a
had.
sound.
Oh, okay. I'll get that.
All right, well,
Somebody needs to
just
make
We'll get
that
tag
a
that.
me in the
sound.
video.
Yeah, tag me in
Just
that
tag
video
me in the
too.
videos. DMAC5
What
No,
is
no,
your
Mocha.
name on
no.
there?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a group video chat with y'all tomorrow because my DJ friend, actually, cuz our
Hmm.
DJ cuz gonna be here tomorrow, so he'll tell us how to do that, so we'll know how to do it.
We need to do that 23 and me.
But what I'm
Your DJ
saying
cuz got an
is,
album too.
he will teach us how to do what we need to do.
Oh, okay.
Do you not get what I'm saying?
But does he got an album though?
I got you.
Does it matter if he can teach us how to do what we need to do?
I mean, yes, it does. But I'm wondering about something. Man, I keep going to back to the 23 and me part. Okay, leave me alone.
And I can't keep talking about certain people I'm related to because evidently people keep questioning shit, even though I got the same face as people that I'm related to. But I'm like, okay,
Honey,
I'm
if
gonna be
I
silent.
let's be
Man. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be quiet.
you
I'm gonna be
know,
quiet.
not for anything. It just irritates me. It just really honestly irritates me how people will sit there. Like I just did a video and I said I'm not gonna do any more videos because I said, you know what, these apps need to learn and need to be taught a lesson that if we were honestly to vanish from them, they would literally not have anything else better to do. I'm just
I'm
saying, and I
tired
said what
of
I said.
people. I'm tired of people acting like. Now we all know I was sick the vast majority of the month of April, which I was also born in, which means I needed to celebrate my own damn birthday in the month of April, right? And motherfuckers I just met thought that I was gonna just let myself die to have their back. Oh no, boo boo. We
What I'm tired of people on apps saying they pro black, but they don't follow. And like most of their following list is white people.
I'm tired of motherfuckers who criticize me
I'm
for
tired
being.
of people. I'm
Oh,
tired of
hold on,
people
wait a
who say
minute.
they support the
I can,
LGBTQ, but they don't follow. But
but hold on,
maybe three of
baby.
us.
I can double down. I can double down on that because the same motherfuckers who criticize me, the same motherfuckers that claim to be pro-black, y'all know that I don't even pay attention to my friends list. But when my oldest son goes, Mom, your friends list is declining, and he told me because he checks who removed themselves from following me.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, I thought you were pro black. I thought you were this, that, and the other. And I thought you stood on your own. But you're fangirling and you're fanboying over the fold and thought that you were going to replace me in the fold. All right. But same time tomorrow, fellas.
Yep. I'll see
Wait,
you
what was
at
the time
10
for me?
p.m.
Because I don't remember.
EST.
Because I
10
came
p.m.
late.
EST. 10 p.m. EST.
Okay. All right, I'll be here.
It'll be 11 o'clock my time,
At this
I
point,
think.
Deshaun is just my co-host. We just gonna say that. Let's just be real because
Yeah,
let's face it. Every broadcast I have, there is Deshaun. But we will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place.
hmm
Each one teach one, each one reach one. And Deshaun gonna have better lighting tomorrow because I'm gonna get with him before we go live tomorrow.
I promise I will have better lighting. I will talk to
oh,
RJ
cause
when we get off.
before
He
you
will
go,
stop using the ceiling nipple lighting for his lighting.
Stop playing. You know those nipples
there
look
we go. That's
luscious.
better.
It's
They light up.
ceiling nipples. Shit, I got
That's because
ceiling
I'm
nipples in my
standing.
house. Oh shit, you tall. I keep forgetting you taller than me. Never mind.
Okay, well, I
Am
like
I
looking at them,
lagging?
so stop playing.
No, you taller than me. I did. What the
How tall
hell?
are you?
We not saying that.
How tall are you?
We not saying that on live.
Uh-oh.
We
You
don't
short.
already had. We don't.
Okay.
Okay, why you gotta? We done already had conversations. We done talked about my forehead. We not gonna talk about
No,
my
no, no.
height.
Wait. I was gonna mention something way back, and then you came out and said it. For real? For
Okay,
real?
I'm
I
short.
said I
I'm
was gonna be
5 foot
silent.
4.5.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing with being 5'4". That
And a
is what
half
it is.
and a half. Give me my half.
Okay, so the people, okay, my brothers, they're all younger than me. They're 6 foot.
I don't give a
Same
shit.
daddy.
I'm
My
five foot
dad was
four
six foot
and a
seven.
half. Give me my 5'4.5. Okay.
You 5'4.5".
Thank you.
I'm supposed to be 5'8"
Okay.
and a
We
half.
we wasn't
I
talking about
say
what you
five foot
supposed to
nine. I
be.
take a whole other half.
We ain't talking about what you supposed to be. Okay. Just
Okay,
say
well, I deal with skyscrapers in my family. Okay, I mean, like,
so
I
do
can understand
I.
how you feel.
Technically
I'm
speaking,
tired of them skyscrapers.
I'm going to
well, in the
sleep.
media field
I'm
anyway.
done with y'all. I,
No,
Oh,
you're not. Stop playing.
well,
I'll deal with
well,
more abuse tomorrow. I'm done with y'all tonight.
but wait,
We
Pat.
love you, Tess. We love you.
You know what? I'm gonna put on my makeup tomorrow and my heels. Fuck y'all. I'm done with this shit. I,
Ma'am.
huh?
So you need to tell me when we're going to be doing these viewer parties so I can have myself together.
Well, it was last a minute.
Again, darling,
Or what this
you
wait,
didn't
I
give
don't even
me
know
time.
what direction to go into. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Are we
Shit.
going
Okay,
to
there we go. Deshaun gave me the idea. So it was last a minute.
Yeah, it was me who did it. I gave this idea for this live last minute.
Okay, no. It's fine. I don't mind that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying just give me a time frame so I can
I didn't have no time frame. If it's last minute, how the fuck
I said a time frame
She
for
talking
the
about he
party will
talking about the viewing party stuff or whatever.
be.
That's not.
You remember when me, you, and Jesse and a couple
Oh, yeah. And me, you, and Jesse still need to. Oh, Deshaun could jump into that conversation too about present day hippies.
oh no, talking about are you
I'm
from
so
are
I'm some friends with some present day hippies. I could
but
probably
yeah,
get them on live.
I saw that video this morning. I nearly fell out of my seat when she got to the comment section.
I know you did.
I said, Jesus, this comment section was messy and I loved every minute of it.
And we didn't expect the
Check out
comments.
my
But
check out
first of all, that's not even where we started off at. Because y'all
Mhm.
know me. I will start off with one topic and we will just
cast.
roll into another. And in that comment section, I was like, I'm not gonna address any of that shit. No, you don't understand, Deshaun, how messy that comment section got. I've never had a comment section as messy as that one is. And D Mac can tell did D Mac didn't it get messy?
When she called her culture Columbus Karen, I fell out. I fell out.
Ooh, so the comment section was ratchet.
Oh, it was ratchet and it was messy. Cause like I'll pick like comments to like put up so people can answer it. I couldn't do none of that. I was like, I had to legitimately that night ignore my comment section because me and Jesse were having a true, honest conversation and like trying to give people information. And I do not know.
Wait a minute. I saw that live.
Oh, so then you
I
understand
was in the comments. I was in the comments. I said some ratchet shit.
We're gonna end that for tonight, folks. We will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Each one reach one, each one reach one. I love y'all. We
Bye.
Bye. Good. Woo, child. Bye.
Bye.